What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You already know what time it is. This is your boy, the historian. You are now tuned into the Birdcage this week. You either get right or you get left, as we say up in here. So before we go ahead and get you right, we don't want you to get left. So go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button for us before we get this thing started, because we getting ready to touch on some Falcon football. It's been a minute. We've had our interviews, but guess what? We getting ready to get this thing right. So y'all sit back, relax, get your drinks. If you're chief, get a little something to get your mind right. You want something to eat, go ahead and grab a plate, sit back. We got you. Don't touch that dial. Birdcage. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is your boy, the historian. We're in the cage tonight. We got some special guests coming into the cage tonight. We got the Waterboyz coming in. We got Trey Boy coming into the building with my man B Rich. Two ATLians that definitely ride out for the city. You know how we get down, man. ATLians, we always stick together, baby, no matter where we at. I'm all the way up in Philly, them boys right there in Atlanta. And we got the magnificent Birdcage crew coming into the building. My two OGs coming into this thing tonight. So without further ado, I got to bring in the magnificent Birdcage crew. Got my man Graybeard into the building, being collab with Mr. William Andrews, the legend. And then we have K-Dub into the building, riding out for them Atlanta Braves tonight. We got something for the Mets tonight, baby. That's how we do it. Let's get it.
How
y'all fellas doing tonight?
Yeah, good to be in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Great Beard. I ain't gonna step on your toe. Go ahead.
Man, all I want to say is football is back. Let's go. Let's go.
And think about it. For us college fans, too, football is back. Because guess what? We get college ball real soon, right before the NFL. So everybody's talking about the new NCAA 25 game. You know, we ain't going to get too heavy into that.
It's official.
Yeah, it's official for real. When you see guys getting, how would they say, career-ending injuries during that time, that's something different, man. On the road, was it the road to glory, or is it during the dynasty mode they have guys getting there, man? Because that's the first time we ever seen a guy just get put out in a video game, just like real life.
Road to glory.
Oof. Brutal.
But like I said, it's a good time. No, I'm saying, like as I was saying, it's a good time to be alive. It's time for football. Like I said, my side piece, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's my girlfriend right there at football. So you know what I'm saying? It's back around. I can smell I can smell goddamn leather, football leather in the air. So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's good to be in the building tonight. All the listeners, subscribers, get ready. We finna rock now. Let's go. Let's go. So Waterboyz coming in. It's gonna be an exciting show. If you miss it, hey, look, you square out. You assed out tonight. Cause we going in tonight.
They not asked that because guess what? They can sit back and run it back like my man Turbo say on YouTube on a replay. Just hit that like and subscribe button for us.
You can run it back. Hey, you can run it back, but ain't that like doing it live. You gotta come on in here live.
True. Hey man, well look, I'm gonna go ahead and do this here. I ain't even got to turn the faucet on for these boys. These boys keep this thing just dripping out in this thing here. We got the Waterboyz into the building. We got Trey Boy into the building, and we got our man B Rich. What's happening, fellas? Welcome to the cave.
Welcome to the Birdcage.
Hey, as my boy Tupac, as my boy said, Tupac back, football back. Football back. The Atlanta Falcons football is back. Hey,
you know what? It is. I gotta do this I gotta do this because I've been rocking with this cat for a long time, and they'll tell you this here. I gotta change it up for Bankhead Bates right here, as you can see. After what Jesse Bates said today, Brent talking about putting the city back into prominence, this man definitely showed that, hey, he's one of them dudes that's gonna probably be one of the cats that do it. So, hey, that's my favorite Falcon right there. Him and Tyler Algier, my two favorite Falcons, baby.
Oh, he got the mind. He got the mindset. Got the mindset. Everybody
I gotta hold up, Gray Bit. I gotta make this thing official for these boys here. You know, we all Atlanta boys. So you know what? I gotta take us to the potty line tonight, baby. We gotta take us to the boom boom room. We got the lemon pepper wings, we got the bar, anything you want, baby. We got the shrimp, $2 shrimps. You know how it go.
Oh, hey man, hey, that ain't bad. Boy, in this climate, $2 shrimp, you doing something.
Oh yeah. We doing something. Not with this inflation. Hey, we got to go up on them shrimp.
Hey, well, you up in the cage tonight, man. It's a discounted rate, baby. So you know we showing love tonight.
Ain't nothing like them lemon pepper wet though.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you.
when I see the party line, I think of New Edition, Mr. Telephone Man.
Hey, this party line
ain't got no party line.
Hey, but you know what though? This party line right here is the adult party line. You get a call and slide up in here, you might see some thighs and some shoe models up in here. I'm just joking. Mama, I'm just playing. I know you watching. I'm just playing. I know.
Now. Be like Club Shay Shay, come lean before cheap.
Hey man, before you even really get started, I just want to thank y'all, man. Thank you, Ryan, man. Thank you, Great Beard, man. Thank you, K Dub, for having me and my boy Rich on, man. We appreciate y'all, man. The whole Birdcage, man. Thank y'all, man.
Honor and the privilege to have y'all on here, man.
Man, you out here rocking with us tonight, man. We definitely appreciate it because at the end of the day, it's all about us Falcon content creators collabing and really trying to put some good content out here for the people, because at the end of the day, the media slaughters the Atlanta Falcons. Period. They slaughtered us any kind of way you think, but we don't give a damn. And like they say in the Young Blood song, we don't give a damn. Yeah, I got to keep it clean. But that's how we feeling with it right now. But,
you know, funny story about that song. My boy Trey Boy Play, he was involved with that song with Bo Hagen, man. They wrote that song together, man.
Okay.
Hey, who am I being?
Georgia Dirt.
You got me about to bust out and drop them balls.
Bo Hagen wrote the song.
Okay.
Bo Hagen wrote that hook. I was just there when he wrote it. That's all.
Your energy.
Your energy was there. You know, when you hear Bo Hagen, who am I? I'm Bo Hagen, be a me representative. You feel that, boy?
Hey man, hey, look, you know a funny thing about that song. Hagen went in. I went with Hagen when he recorded that song. That was the Get Crunk song with Lil Jon.
Yes,
he went in. He recorded his verse. Actually, the engineer recorded him in the wrong spot. He wasn't supposed to start the song off. Lil Jon came in and said, hold on, play the song. He said, man, Hagen recorded first. He was like, man, that wasn't where Hagen's supposed to go. So he said, play it, let me hear it. Hagen verse came in, he heard it, he said, hey man, leave that like it is, man. We ran.
Hey man. Look,
good idea.
Trey. And the crazy part about it was that song was on my playlist after and I kid you not, my mama looked at me like I was crazy. Early in the morning, I'd have about 5, 6 in the morning before I hit the bus. I got Anita Baker playing "Giving You the Best That I Got," and then I bust out with that or Pastor Troy's "Vice Versa." And she would be like, "You are just you are out there."
Hey,
yes, sir.
But look, that's good. That shows versatility. It
Yeah,
shows
man.
you're not stuck in the box. You like, man, I like all kind of music. I like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
kind of music.
That PT
Yeah,
Viking
for sure,
Verka though. Oh my goodness.
because you know what I'm saying. Before that hip hop took over V103, man, we came up on that R&B anyway. So
Yes, sir.
you know what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
sir. Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? So I'm an R&B head before a hip hop head anyway.
Hey, I'm
Yes,
with you on
sir.
that. But we used to have to wait for the fresh party to come on Friday.
Oh yeah,
night.
yeah.
Hey, what y'all know about Tony T. Roski?
Tony
Y'all
T.
remember
Rock.
Wow. I haven't
You
heard
remember
that.
that?
Throwback right
You
there.
remember that name?
Yeah, that's
haven't heard-
throwback right there.
I ain't heard that in years.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I remember that name. Man. The Fresh Party.
Yeah, the
Shoot.
Fred Ford. Arnell
Speaking of-
Star.
Yes, sir. Arnell Star, boy. That rest in
Oh,
peace to Mr.
man.
Arnell
Arnell
Star.
Star.
One of the
Hey, listen.
original legends in the
Hey,
city.
You weren't nothing unless you got
Hey,
on
listen,
Arnell
that was
Star.
before YouTube. Remember, we used to wait all night for that motherfucker to come on, man. I be like,
Hey,
and then don't fall, don't.
G.
Hey, hold up.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm sorry. Don't
we
fall
gotta
asleep.
keep it PG, dog. We
I'm
got
sorry.
kids.
I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry, kids. I'm sorry, but listen, I used to fall asleep and be mad, bro. Like, dang, I missed. I used to try to get the Goody Mob video. I remember Cell Therapy, man. I was trying to catch that. I was trying to catch them videos, man, and would miss them, bro. Arnell Star used to keep us in the know.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you know what
yeah.
though? We don't mind you dropping the word damn and here and there. You can say but you know, it's just certain words we just kind of like because we got kids.
Yeah, no, I got you. I got you, man. I
Yeah.
apologize.
Now you good?
Yeah.
Hey, you know
Yeah.
what? That's
Y'all
on
look,
me.
doc my pay.
You,
Doc,
no,
yeah,
you
yeah.
good. You know what?
Yeah, you
I
good,
didn't
but-
mention the house rules, so I got to put that on me. I apologize about that one, bro.
Oh,
That's
no.
on
Yeah.
me right now. So
Yeah.
I got to pay his fine, so I got it.
Yeah,
We're gonna
man.
find,
Yeah,
we're
man.
gonna find
Mother freaking
outstanding
man.
ways to articulate
Man, I
what
got
we need
that.
to say tonight.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
man, I'm
So-
just ready for football, man. God, man, it's been so long.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get this thing started. So
Let's get
we're
into
going to
it.
start this thing off talking about Jesse Bates coming in at number 74 in the NFL's top 100 list. I think they did this man a disservice at the end of the day because he was one of the top leaders in interceptions during the season, also led the Falcons in tackles last year, and was one of the best players who, you know, even though the Pro Bowl is a joke, became a Pro Bowler this year. My thing is, I feel like Jesse should have at least been in the top 50. If you're not gonna put him, in the top 10, which I know it's a lot of biasness out there, and he had better numbers than some of the other players that played in the safety spot this year. I got to say he should have been at least in the top 50 or even the top 25. What do you guys think?
Top 50.
I say
agree with
top
that.
50. I believe top 50 is a nice sitting place for Jesse Bankhead Bates. But I mean, like I said, we're going to be biased because we love the city of Atlanta. We love our Falcons. But I feel like the acquisition he was to the team, in my eyes, he's one of the top 5 free agent acquisitions that the Falcons have made in the history of the Falcons. I mean, I think that's how relevant I feel like his play is and the acquisition was. I mean, and I feel like we're just scratching the surface. You just seen a little bit of what he can do when he has to do so much. I feel like if he has to do less but still do his job at the peak of his ability, he's going to make a lot more plays and eventually take us to a Super Bowl like everyone wants to get anyway.
I gotta agree with you, K-Dub. I gotta agree, man. I think he should have been league in the top 50. Just with the impact he brings to the team, to the defense, especially his leadership, everything, all the other intangibles that doesn't get showed up, man. I think he should have been top 50. Did Kirk Linton make like number 81 or 83 or some jump? In the top 100?
We ain't even gonna talk about it. Now, right now. We talking about Bankhead. We'll get to Lindstrom in a little bit, but that one there, this was literally a blatant slap in the face.
Of course.
Because when you have one of the best safeties in the league at this point, it's asinine. Or Stephen A. Smith would say, it's just ridiculous. As Stephen A. Smith would say, it's ridiculous.
You gotta reach your
What
hairline
the
back.
hell were they thinking? That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So I want to hear what the Waterboyz think about this one because after his comments today, talking about putting the city back into relevancy, I want to hear what you guys think, because you're right there in the heart of the city right now, and you already know what's happening. How do you guys feel about this snub for Jesse Bates being rated this low by the NFL's top 100?
So as soon as you said it, man, I jumped on so I can kind of see who else they have in front of him and start as we start making some of the cases. Okay, we got the young boy at 72, Garrett Wilson, real nice player. Looks like that he can be a star receiver. I know a lot of people projected him to do really well once Aaron Rodgers came in, but the impact that Jesse Bates had on the defense, with some of the interceptions, some of the pick sixes, I got to put Jesse Bates above him, and that's him at 72. Laramie Tunsil. And anytime you got an offensive tackle who's on a team that has made the playoffs, they're gonna try to bump him up. But as I go down the list, let me see some more. So at 68, the Neil Hunter. Yeah, man, I think I put Jesse Bates above the Neil Hunter right now. Cooper Kupp. I still love Cooper Kupp. He is a beast, but Cooper Kupp. I ain't gonna say he getting old, but Cooper Kupp is a little old. I would put Jesse Bates above him. I definitely, and even though Amari Cooper, so sorry if I'm turning away from the camera because I'm looking at the computer. At the
No,
same
you're
time.
fine. Guess what?
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it, bro.
Yeah. Amari Cooper. I'm putting Jesse Bates above Amari Cooper. Like, I like Amari Cooper. He's kind of gotten lost on our thoughts since he up there in Cleveland, but we know he's a good receiver. But I'm still, the impact that Jesse Bates had last year, man, I'm putting Jesse Bates above him. And I'm seeing Jordan Poyer now. To be honest, I don't really know much about Jordan Poyer coming from the Bills, so I can't really argue over him. But yeah, man, I think Jesse Bates should definitely be higher, man. I got to keep going through the list to see where exactly he falls, but I think he should be higher. My personal opinion.
All right. Well, I feel like this. I feel like I'm glad that we made the top 100 list, and I'm glad Jesse Bates did come at 74, and this is the reason why. Motivation. I hope this sparks a fire up in his butt, and he comes in and wants to show that he's one of the top 10 players on the list. And like I said before earlier in the live earlier, we broke the sports curse, baby. The Falcons going to the Super Bowl and we winning it this year. We broke the curse last week, and it's gonna happen. I'm telling you.
Okay.
The curse is gone. You see that city right here behind me? The curse of the Atlanta Falcons is gone. We're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. Mark my words, right here.
Okay.
Bam.
I'm with you. I love the energy.
I'm telling you.
And when you sit back and talk about it, we're gonna transition because we're talking about being able to win. The biggest challenge for the Falcons this year, because you have a lot of new pieces in, a lot of young guys, is going to be getting that pass rush ready for this season. I think that's going to be key to the Falcons' success. That's what I feel as if is going to be the reason whether we either win or we lose, because of the trenches. And if we can control the trenches, if you can control the man in front of you, you can control the ball game on offense or defense. And we have to be able to control the trenches to win ball games and pretty much be able to use our weapons, because, again, we have talent. Now we have to see this talent put in the proper position to execute to make things work. So, talking about making things work, I'm going to kick this down to my guy Trey or whatnot. Here's the question I have for you, Trey.
Okay.
When you look at how they've addressed the defensive line, that everybody was crying and moaning and whining about, oh, we don't have no pass rush. Oh, we don't have this. Now we brought in guys on one and 2 year contracts. We start to cut those guys. They draft and address the defensive line by bringing in young guys instead of just paying all these veterans out here that are overpriced at this point. How do you feel that these young guys are going to come in? Now, Grady's coming back off this knee injury, sounded really confident in his press conference today. How do you feel that Grady, Street, and then you got Onyemata, who's going to be on that front, and now you got Eddie Goldman, that's if he doesn't skip town before the preseason. How do you think that these veterans are going to be able to assist these young guys with being able to come along and consistently bring a pass rush like we had last year to be able to get after the quarterback?
Well, we already know, like, if Grady Jarrett is healthy, which he looks like he's healthy, looks like he's in great shape, we already know what Grady and Onyemata is gonna bring to the table. Like, I'm already confident and what they can bring to the table. I'm already confident in like the coaching that they'll be able to do as well as older players. They're gonna help coach some of those younger guys up. Now, the Falcons did put a lot on some younger players this year. Like you said, we were bringing in 1-year contract guys. Let's see how you do performance type contracts. And yes, we are gonna miss Calais Campbell. We're gonna miss his size. We're gonna miss his disruption. We also gonna just miss him as a figure in the locker room and on the field. But I really feel like the defensive line is gonna do well this year. Now, of course, a lot of us, some people feel like, man, y'all didn't draft a defender when I felt like you should have, so you didn't address the pass rush, even though you did draft 3 or 4 guys. You didn't draft one when I wanted one, and you didn't draft one when I had in my mock draft. So when people feel like you didn't draft a player they had in their mock draft, they say you didn't address it. But I mean, I feel like these young guys can bring something to the table. I'm looking forward to seeing Dorless. I'm looking forward to seeing, I can't even say his name, Aurora.
Just think about roll. Oh no, I'm gonna jazz it up. We gonna roll the boat. We gonna roll the boat. We gonna roll. Yeah. Hey, look, I can't just sing the regular version. My bad.
You might have just got his sack dance. He finna roll the boat.
Yeah.
Hey, you might as well go. Hey, you might as well go ahead and tell the Yin Yang Twins they keep their butts down there in New Orleans because they actually got their song down there. But we'll use this one here.
Yeah, they do, man. And that actually a close friend of mine, man, helped write that song, is on that song performing, man. But man, like I really feel like the young players, like I'm hoping they're gonna step up. I'm looking forward to seeing Trice. I'm looking forward to seeing what Harrison can bring. Now you started off talking about the middle. Now I'm starting to talk about the defensive line and what some of the outside linebackers can bring to the table. I'm looking forward to see if Harrison can build on what he did last year. I mean, all of us saw a lot of potential last year, so we're hoping that he can bring that in his second year. I mean, some people thought he may have been somewhat of a project, but I think coming out to where they got him in the 4th round, I think he did really well coming for a 4th or 5th rounder, and he showed some real promise. And I'm looking forward to see what Braylon Trice can bring. And Ebercated, we need you, my guy. Somebody hit it live. Be rich telephone, man.
Hey,
telephone, man.
Ebercated, I'm gonna tell you right now. We called you AK-47. You switched down to 17. I'm gonna tell you right now. You bet not shoot blanks this year, my boy. Because damn it, I'm telling you right now, you gonna be in that bandwagon with Richard Grant. You gonna be in that bandwagon with Richard Grant with me, bro. You might have to catch the bus up out of town if you can't get this pass rush right. But I'm gonna pass this one down to my man B Rich. So Rich, talking about the pass rush, Trey addressed that part of it. Let's talk about it. I really believe that they need to go ahead and drop Trey Anderson down to that edge rusher position and take him away from that outside linebacker spot. And because of the violence, the speed that he comes with, he doesn't have to think like a linebacker does, because you played the game. So you understand that linebackers, you have to read and react, and you also have to be able to think all in one motion. He has to do too much. He hesitates. If you put him on that edge and tell him, just go get the quarterback, what do you think he would provide with Zach Harrison coming off that other side?
I mean, it's going to be a push. You got to have his spin move down. I feel like we can get to the quarterback. But my main thing is this year, to what I'm on, man, is like I've been a fan for so long. I suffered for so long. And this year I'm on three words. Why not us? Why not us leading the league in turnovers this year? Why not us having a double-digit sack guy? Why not? I mean, it's time, bro. Like, it's time. It's time. The karma, the waves out and the energy. It's time for the Falcons to have their just do year and have a great year this year. It's just the timing is right, and I feel it. And like you say, man, dude can really show us something. I think Morris is putting his trust in these young guys. I think it's gonna be like fresh guys, fresh bodies. They're not gonna be tired. And all the guys that we seem to have drafted and seem to have developed, they seem like they can be some hard-nosed, high-energy guys that can get after the ball. And I think if one guy that I'm really excited about is Captain America, What's his name? Troy. What's
Troy
his name?
Anderson.
Yeah, I'm really excited about him. I really think we have some stand-up guys. I know Trey's excited about the Washington guy. He was the leader for Washington. I feel like we brought in some good character guys that's gonna hold you accountable, hold your feet to the coals. So the move that you say, I think you're right. Put him in, have him rush, and get to the quarterback. We got to have another John Abraham out there. We got to have another Predator out there getting double-digit sacks, man.
Yeah,
We got
Exactly.
Yeah,
this
I
to
concur
me.
that.
Besides Jesse Bates and Jarrett, this to me is a no-name defense that can make names for themselves this year.
I agree.
Agreed. So I'm gonna ask my guys at the top now. Getting off the pass rush because I want you guys to touch on this. I know my man K Dub is especially ecstatic about the quarterback position. So I got to let. Hey, it's only right. He got the #1 draft pick spot right. So it's only right that I get to pass him the quarterback question right now. Now with Kirk Cousins, he is fully medically cleared now to participate in training camp this season. The question I have for you is this: with him being cleared, Raheem Morris is talked about, and I'm actually going to bring up the article right now. Let me take this down for you guys. They talked about how Raheem does not want to play him in the preseason. I'm about to say playoffs. You know what? That might be an omen right there. I'm sitting here saying the playoffs or whatnot. But here's the thing. As you can see, Kirk Cousins wants to play in the preseason. As we see, we got the crybaby Mike Florio, who we will be talking about later on today. He pretty much, as he stated right here, as you guys can see, I want to play, but I think that ask fell on deaf ears. Cousins said of the preseason, Raheem's motto is you're not playing, and I don't know if I'm letting the cat out of the bag or anything, but his approach was that that's just not how we want to do things. I'm sure maybe I can persuade him. Maybe there's a conversation. Who knows how the Dolphins practices go? Maybe he wants to see us in the game. There is so much that could change, but yeah, I think seeing live bullets and playing is helpful, but I also understand the logic behind not doing it, and everything we do is calculated. Those are words of Kirk Cousins. That was the article that we had from Pro Football Talk. So with this being said, how do you feel this is going to help Kirk Cousins? Because he needs to have some game action to get the rust off.
Definitely.
What do you think?
I say, I believe in Coach Morris. Like I said, he knows best because he's the head coach, and you have to stick behind your head coach. I mean, I feel like he's been in the league long enough. You've seen enough bullets, and it may be with a new team, but you've seen enough bullets, sir. So we're going to let Mr. Penix spin that ball and get his arm right. And then you will get in there week 1. And then we're going to see what you got. All that money we paid you, bro, you better show up and show out. Because you got heat behind you. I'm just
outside of Penix. Because outside of Penix, the guy who I'm telling everybody about, and that was a smart move to bring him in, and he's got a little bit of Brock Purdy in him. You got John Paddock, who we got as an undrafted free agent out of Illinois. Paddock played on a bad team, but you can see the talent that's there. He's one of those guys that just has it. So when Taylor Heineke gets cut, that's going to be the backup to Michael Penix Jr. We want Penix to ball out, and we want him to be that top guy. But at the end of the day, we also got to think about, hey, if this does not transition, you have to have somebody that's ready to go and somebody who can also ball out too. My thing is, I want Penix to be my franchise quarterback.
No, I want him to be the franchise quarterback also, and that's what we're prepared for. We're not worried about no Paddock. Like I said, that's a emergency only break glass or something. We want Penix to be successful.
and guess what? The 49ers found that out with emergency break glass with Purdy.
I understand they did, but that doesn't happen. The Brock Purdy story doesn't happen every day. But you do want a top 10 draft pick to come in and an investment that you made in him to be successful. And that's what I'm about. I didn't pick him. I didn't wishing him to be quarterback of the future for him to not succeed. So you're not going to get any negative connotation out of me. I believe he blows it up in the preseason where he makes the coaching staff have to make hard, tough decisions. But I believe they go with the starter they paid all the money to, and it's going to be even better situation for us because we have a great starter and we have also an awesome backup that we're going to get to see a lot of in the preseason. I think it's a win-win for the fans, and it's a win-win for the city. The way they're doing it by holding him out and not let him. I know he wants to face live bullets, but that Achilles is not. Even though he's been fully cleared, you still want to give that Achilles time to heal up before week 1 really gets going. I think it's a smart decision by Coach Raheem Morris, and I'm all for everything that he's about right now until he proves me otherwise. I mean, I just feel like they're having a great motivator. The last time we had a great motivator, we went to the Super Bowl. Even though we didn't finish the drill, I feel like we needed a motivator, not somebody that's supposed to be a brainiac or a guru in offense and can't get out his own way. So that's my opinions about the situation. I feel like Kirk Cousins is going to do well. And I just feel like Penix is going to do well in the preseason also. It's going to be a tough decision, but you go with, the long-time veteran and you play it out. You just play it out. You just have a healthy and a great situation, because last year we didn't really have no quarterbacks. But this year you may have 2 great ones, and you have Paddock in the wings also developing. It could be a Brock Purdy, or even, I want to say, let's get him better and let him be a trade piece down the road. Not be a Brock Purdy, but be somebody nice that we can move on and get maybe a 3rd-round draft pick, 4th-round draft pick for you or something in the future. That'll be great, but I don't see you doing nothing over Penix here. I'm just being honest.
Hey, I want to chime in on that. I got one thing to say. 2012, man, we don't want that to happen again. When we played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
exactly,
and John Abraham got hurt. So Kirk Cousins, man, he knows the system. The guy we brought in, they know it inside and out. Just be in practice, get your guys in a good timing, and let's work, man. He don't need to be out there the preseason. I agree with that. I know you say you got to knock the rust off, but the rust gonna come off week 1, and he knows the system. And we don't need what happened in 2012 to happen in a preseason game. Hell no.
Man, let's go back to Aaron Rodgers last year. He barely got out of the first quarter, and you saw that go down.
He didn't get out of the first quarter.
Now here's the thing. I know you were saying that having a trade piece with Paddock, but my thing is I'm not willing to budge off the kid, because at the end of the day, Penix also doesn't have a clean bill of health either. I want Penix to stay healthy, but looking at how our pass protection is, and think about this. McGarry is protecting Penix's blind side. So if he get in, McGarry is the guy you got to worry about, because again, anybody on that offensive line knows that is your weak link on that O-line. And if Penix's blind side isn't protected, you risk anything bad happening. So before Penix even steps on the field, I want McGarry gone. I'm gonna tell you that now. If he don't get right, I want him gone.
He won't be gone in the preseason. He won't be gone.
No. I'm talking about when his contract ends. I want him gone. I want him gone. I want Storm Norton promoted to that position, because Storm Norton, even though Desmond Ridder struggled badly last year, when they had Storm Norton in there, think about when he had his 300-yard games. Look who was playing. It was Norton. So again, I need somebody who's going to be able to hold up on that side, because we already know what we have on the right side. It's the left side that worries.
I just feel like the 2 quarterbacks that we got on roster now, the 2 starting type of caliber quarterbacks, they are very cerebral. They will go through their reads a lot quicker and get that ball out faster than any quarterback we've had in the last couple of seasons. I'm just letting you know.
I know you let me know, but I'm also letting you know this too. Even when that ball gets released, you still got 300-pounders that fall on you, and it happens. And we've seen that happen.
I mean,
so again, but here's the thing. Here's the problem. You need to keep depth at that position, period. Because we found that out at Georgia being dog fans. Think about it. When you saw your starter, JT Daniels, go down, Stat the Jet came in and did his thing. So being as it may, you can never have enough good quarterbacks on your roster, because you never know what's going to happen.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in the case of Paddock, I'm not saying I don't want him to develop and get better. I'm just saying if we can develop him and still have Penix and Kirk Cousins on our roster, and we can move him for a nice draft pick, why would you do that? You can always go and develop another guy. We just draft another guy for our third string.
But here's the thing. When you got a guy that knows your system, that's going to be in your system, and he's going to be a backup, because eventually we're going to move on from Kirk Cousins. You have to have somebody that's going to be his backup, and you don't want to have to retrain somebody. You want to have somebody that's ready to go, that's mentally sharp, and that's there. But getting to the next topic, we pretty much got Raheem Morris bringing a different vibe to the Falcons right now. Everybody knows high energy guy, bringing everything to the table and pretty much putting a lot of things in perspective of how the Falcons culture is. If you look at it, since he's returned to whatnot, the energy has been different. And as he said in his press conference earlier today, he said it's hard to say you're remaking the culture. He said during the OTAs, he said the culture here is really, really well put together from top down, from ownership. He says, I'm not changing what we do. When it comes to ideas and innovating people first, mentally, some of those things, some of those type of things. So I'm not going to do that, but we're adding to it. So in other words, you know, you look at the locker room that they just put for the team. You look at a lot of the things that they're adding when you talk about the mentality. They're trying to get players pretty much mental health evaluation. They have little counseling groups to help guys that have problems at home. Like, he's really trying to have a great working environment for guys to want to come to work, guys to want to be able to play football, because let's keep it a buck. A lot of players were unhappy under Arthur Smith's regime, period. A lot of guys were pissed off with that. Outside of the fans, it's just like you going to a job. It's a job that you go to every day. You either going to hate your boss or you're going to at least be cordial enough with your boss, but you still got to get the job done. And a lot of guys, I believe, quit within pretty much the middle of last year. Just looking at how it went, because we could have taken a division. The defense played hard, but you saw a lot of guys started to just say, you know, the hell with playing for this dude. And now that you got Raheem Morris bringing that energy and everything he's bringing to the table, I believe Morris is changing the mindset, because he's been on 2 Super Bowl championship teams. He knows what it takes to win, because he's coached the defense that won a Super Bowl, and he was an assistant to, rest in peace, to Monty Kiffin. He was an assistant to Monty Kiffin, his mentor, when Tampa won that Super Bowl against the Raiders. So when you look at it, he's been groomed. He's fallen and he's taking his lumps. I believe Atlanta's going to be the springboard for Raheem Morris to really change the vibe and the culture around the city. And I'm not speaking on it because he's a black man in a position of leadership. Yeah, that's great and all, but here's my thing. If you can't win, your ass got to go too.
Right.
And I trust you because you've been around a winning culture, and you're one of the best defensive coaches in the league and assistant coaches that guys will play for. Now, I'm going to ask you this, Graybeard, because I gave K-Dub this one. When you go into your workplace and you have a guy that's highly motivated, who has success, and he wants to bring that type of success and that energy to the team, how would you feel about going in a job like that every day? Your boss says, hey, man, we got to get this together. Let's go. You're better than that. Let's go. We're going to win this thing. Let's do it. How would you react to a guy like that?
Oh, man, you're going to run through a brick wall for him. I mean, I think that's the type of mentality that Coach Morgan is bringing to the Falcons, about the attitude. Just like you gentlemen said about our last coach, Arthur Smith. People gave up probably within like week 7 or week 8. They was like, look, man, I'm looking forward to the offseason. Just how the season was going, how many games we blew. But when you look at Raheem Morgan, he like, all right, let me take a different approach at this. Let me change the attitude of the team. That way, if we can change the attitude of the team, we can change the attitude of the fan and whatnot. The coach is fine. I just need to tune up a few things. And I think that's what we're getting with Coach Morgan. Man. I like what he's doing, man. I like the approach that he has with his players, man. He just pretty much just a down-to-earth approach. He's still going to hold them to a high standard. The standard is always going to be there. But he more interact with the players. He understands the players, and he sees the player from another point of view. And I think that's what we lost last year. The players lost respect from our last head coach. And I mean, he's starting to get that with his players and whatnot. So I think he should keep what he's doing. I like what he's doing right now. I know they're going to the first day of training camp, but right now we on a good path right now. We just need to maintain it.
You know what I like about Morris? He comes from a unique coaching tree, man. Like he comes from the Gruden, the Holmgren, the Bill Walsh, even some Bill Parcells coaching tree. It's like all in one, and he's like a big sponge soaking it all together. So his vibe, man, he had a chance to sit back and just kind of see what worked and didn't work. And I think he learned a lot when he took over for Quinn, and it just had, he didn't have his staff, and he went through some things with the Falcons, and I don't think he won that many games the rest of the year, but he took that as a L, went back, won a Super Bowl with the Rams, and just really learned. And one thing that y'all don't realize, well, I didn't realize, is like 2016, man, the man was the receivers coach. He was the receivers coach.
Right.
You feel me? So like he got experiences in all offense, defense, special teams, all kinds. So he can definitely sit there and bring a different vibe and understand, because you're gonna respect somebody. What?
No,
Read the comment.
comment.
Read the comment.
I would have gave up on Arthur Smith, no coaching.
Hey man, shout out to my boy Artavius, man. That boy there is a nut.
That's a good comment, man.
But go
Make
ahead.
sure you hit that like button today, Artavius. You know you slacking today, pimp. I gotta mess with my dog or whatever. He gonna hit me up in the DM, but I got to call him out because he ain't even hit the like button today. I'm hurt.
Nah, keep going, man, because you're going right now. Please.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
mess
yeah.
with him. The comment just threw him off.
Yeah, like y'all gotta realize I get thrown off. So when I get thrown off, I gotta get my train of mind back on. So y'all go ahead.
Oh man,
Man,
I'm just
hey.
saying. But more,
I might as well start passing the collection plate. You the traveling evangelist. We already got a cricket deacon that passed through here. Shout out to John Harris, Mr. Eye Test. That boy there's a nut. We call him the cricket deacon, but shoot, you pass through here, you the light-skinned Farrakhan. Keep playing. And we got the light-skinned Falcon Farrakhan in the building. My child be rich,
this
man.
just throwing out nicknames left and right.
Yes, sir, baby.
Hey, I've been called a lot of things, but I ain't never been called a light skinned Farrakhan. That's what's up,
When you
man.
was preaching, I'm about to pass
Man,
the collection
I've
plate.
been called Alfred E. Newman, the Mad Magazine dude. I've been called Fat Joe. One time, me and my daughter went to Switzerland on a we went on a show, and everybody, we was walking around and they was calling me Fat Joe, man. I was signing autographs and everything, man. Getting free food, all kind of stuff. They thought I was Fat Joe, man.
Hey, Rich. But here's the thing, dog. Look, we gotta have a moniker for you when you come in here. We got the light skinned Farrakhan, be rich in the building.
I like that.
Kind of
All
light
right,
skin.
we gotta make that stick. Light skinned Farrakhan.
Even though I could've sworn
Preaching
Farrakhan-
Falcon football.
Yes, sir. Hey, all I'm gonna say is this here: we've avoided certain things, but hey, man, you in here preaching facts, so you got to get a good name.
Yeah.
But Trey, I want to ask you something, man. So we're gonna get to the next topic that we got. Mike
please,
Florio
please,
is
y'all-
still crying
Y'all threw
and
me
whining
out with
right
the
now.
Morris talk. Y'all threw me out with the Morris talk. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, we're gonna bring it back to you. So Mike Florio is still whining and crying and whatnot. I'm gonna bring this up for everybody.
Man,
And this was recent. Like when I say recent, this was pretty much today.
Okay.
You know, and when you look at it, it's like, hey, Florio, like really? So at this point, all you can do is just laugh at this right here. So Mike Florio, I'm gonna bring this up for everybody. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull this up, make this a little bit bigger for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. So you have Mike Florio at this point. I put Kirk Cousins over under with the Falcons at 2 years. He could be traded after 1 year only with a cap charge for the Falcons of $37.5 million for 2024 and an overall investment of $62.5 million in cash. And for one, a team would get him at the base salary of $27.5 million for 2025. Yes, Cousins has a no trade clause, but if the choices are to stay and not play or approve a trade and get on the field, what will he do? After every season, teams make big decisions about their most important positions. There will be teams looking for short-term answers at quarterback, and at $27.5 million and $35 million for 2026, Cousins would be a short-term bargain. How do you feel about this comment from the whiny Mike Florio? I got my box of tissues, as you saw in the commercial that I posted. I gave him a box of fresh Kleenex, Birdcage style. How do you feel about Mike Florio's comments about Kirk Cousins? It's like he's a scoring lover, man.
Man, yeah, it seems like he's hurt, man. He want old Kirk O chains to be throwing up the watches and showing the chains off in a Vikings uniform. He want Kirk O to still be in Minnesota doing that, man. I think, man, Florio clearly is upset that Kirk Cousins is not a Minnesota Viking. He clearly feels a way about it, and he is going to do his best to talk Kirk Cousins clean out of Atlanta. He wants to go ahead and already put it down that Kirk Cousins made a dumb decision, because really that's what's behind that interview. Like, he's really saying behind that write-up. Yeah, Kirk Cousins made a dumb decision. I give him maybe 2 years. Like, he won't be there. He'll be gone. You made a dumb decision. They're going to get rid of you, Kirk. If you were going to sit somewhere, you should have sat here, because you're still going to sit there in Atlanta. Y'all did all this tampering. They didn't really punish them. I'm mad. So I'm just going to write it up into the Falcons get rid of Kirk. I'm gonna bring it to light. The man is manifesting. The man is trying to manifest.
Hey, Trey, how is he mad at the Falcons for doing a friendly contract with their team? Like, how is he gonna be mad at that we put a smart contract for our team in favor of us? How are you mad for, bro?
Hate and gonna hate.
Can I? I'm gonna go old school for you today. Y'all know I'm an old school lover. I don't care about the young bucks that want to say, this old. Yeah, I'm gonna go old school for you today. I'm gonna quote one of my favorite lines from the movie The Mac.
Okay.
Mr. Pretty Tony. I'm gonna say it like this. Instead of Mr. Pretty Tony, we're gonna replace it. Mr. Mike Florio. You understand the game. You know the game. Your chick chose me. I'm keeping it PG for the kids, ladies and gentlemen. Your chick chose me. Now we can get into some gentleman stuff. We can talk it out. Or we can get into some gangster shit. You choose.
I love that movie.
That's where I'm at with it. I'm in my Max Julian, aka Goldie mindset with Mike Florio. I'm letting you know what it is. Now, Steve Weiss came on here. He told us, he said, well, whatever you can say on here, you better be able to say it to his face. I'm gonna let you know this now. Being a military veteran, growing up in between Jacksonville, Florida, on the north side, and Southwest Atlanta, I'm letting you know this now, Mike Florio. There's no fear in my heart. So if I ever saw you in the street, I would tell you the same thing. I need for you to maybe see a shrink, get some mental help. It's going to be okay. Because at the end of the day, he chose us. We didn't choose him. So guess what? Step off. That's all you need to do. Step off. Keep our name out your mouth. But if you gonna put our name in your mouth, make sure when we start putting foots between people's hip pockets this year, you have that same energy giving Kirk Cousins praise for bringing an organization from the depths of football hell to being able to be a playoff contender. That's all I got to say.
I feel bad.
Hopefully we get you on the Birdcage one day, Mike Florio. I definitely would love to have a one-on-one segment to talk to your monkey ass.
I feel bad. I feel bad for you, Connie. You got
I apologize.
Flo ain't one. Yeah.
Like I apologize, y'all. I was feeling the moment because I'm tired of this dude.
Hey, look, I do want to say this though. Hey, Mike Florio, shout out to you though, writing about our interview and our video with John Abraham. Shout out to you, Mike Florio.
Hey, but think about it, Trey. Think about it, Trey. He was trying to hate on John Abraham. He was trying to create some shit with John Abraham, man. That's crazy.
There you go, man. Keep it PG,
man. And you know what? He gave y'all some more eyes when he talked about it. That was a hell of a rap that you put out there.
And guess what he did? Guess what he did? Even if he want to hate on the Falcons, man, anytime you support or put something out there about some people who fans of the team and support the city at the same time, you ain't doing nothing but elevating the city and the team, because we ain't gonna do nothing but talk real about the team. So thank you, Mike Florio. Thank you, but you got to get the Kirk Cousins out your heart. Get the Kirk Cousins out your heart, my guy.
Don't worry. We got Birdcage Art Studios cooking up a little something for Mike Florio. I got something in the chamber for him.
So is Mike? Is he a Viking fan like that?
We don't know what he is. Loyal to him, and he was a writer for him. Think about it. That man is married to the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey,
you know what it is? You know what it is? I know what it is. He is upset about the 19 the Super Bowl the 1998. 98,
Yeah,
15 and 1. 15 and 1. He mad about that.
Still doing it to him.
Hey,
He still hurt.
Hey, Rich. But here's the other thing. Remember, they got it. Remember, they got us in 1982 in the new Metrodome that they had back in the day when they first got in there. We get to the playoffs and we get knocked out, and that cost Lehman Bennett his job. William Andrews wasn't the same, and that team fell apart after that.
You're right,
game.
man.
So
I remember. I remember we beat Denver that year. I remember that. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember we beat my
But the key thing about this whole Kurt Cobain coming to Atlanta is his wife wanted him to come here, so he would come in regardless.
Hey, hold on. She said, "Hey, I'm tired of the Midwest cold. I'm tired of these snowstorms here in Minneapolis."
What I'm saying is, we played in the other city. We played in Washington. We played in Minnesota. Now that you're a free agent and you're a big time free agent, the top free agent, and you got to pick and choose where you want to go. Atlanta need a quarterback, and I want to go home.
Hey, K-Dub,
Pretty much.
she was fine in Washington because guess what? They still got Southern dishes around that way, and they still got sweet tea. You get to Minneapolis, ain't no sweet tea up there, and it's cold. So I think she was tired of being in that cold, man.
I mean, she might have got sweet tea out there, but ain't nothing like being able to go home when the situation and the predicament, when the situation and predicament came up that you're the top free agent and you got your pick of any city that needs a quarterback in Atlanta. There's the AJ having to be there. You going, son.
Mike Florio, I feel bad for you,
you
son.
drug me to Washington and you drug me to Minnesota. It's time.
I got 99 problems.
You see, he had the Steve Smith on, the Stevie today, represent Michigan State and the Hawks.
Yes, sir. Old Smitty.
Oh, Smitty was in the building.
Shout out to Steve Smith. And honestly, that was one of the cats that came here. And I got a short story. My aunt's in the chat, and she'll remember this. She picked me up from football camp one day. Unfortunately, it was Georgia Tech. Blah. Like I said, I don't rock with them. It's all dogs all day. And we went to Chanterelles back in the day. Anybody that know about Chanterelles, you know what it is, baby. Man, you ain't an ATL in if you have never had a Chanterelles plate. If you old school, if you're 35 and up and you say you've never had a Chanterelles plate and you claim Atlanta, we can't talk.
Hey, look, tell
we can't talk.
Hey, look, tell them we know about Hodges, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, let me hit it. Hey, let me hit it up for you. Hey, Troy. We were up in there, and this is right after my aunt got married, and this is around her time when the Hawks were. You had Dikembe Mutombo, you had Chucky Brown, Steve Smith. Those three cats were up in Chanterelles walking out as we were walking in. I was 12 years old. That was a hell of a summer for me. Got to meet them, and I got to meet Hank Aaron at the Braves game when they knocked out the Phillies that day. But we were there getting a plate, and I just remember Mutombo was one of the nicest cats. Smitty dapped me up, and he talking about, hey, he said, you ready for the Falcons to go ahead and do a little something? Because he rocked with them. That's the crazy part. And he from Detroit, and he rocked with the Falcons. So, he shook my hand, one of the nicest cats, man.
Man, you bring up Mutombo, boy. I went to 1998, I went to a Jermaine Dupri birthday party, man, downtown. Mutombo walked in with 4 white women, not 1, not 2, not 3. Mutombo walked in with 4 white women. He had 2, that man had 2 on each side. I just let that nigga over Mutombo. I said, well, all right then, Mutombo.
When was this?
Dude, 1998.
That was 98.
98 at Jermaine Dupri birthday party, man. At his birthday party, man. That boy walked in with 4.
Do y'all remember he had that commercial on Atlanta radio? I am the Kimberly Mutombo of the Hawks. I was like, why they got this man trying to talk on the radio?
Hey man, that man walked in at Jermaine's pre-birthday party with 4 white women, boy. I swear to God, boy.
Hey, that man.
Hold on. He had 2 on each arm.
Yes, sir. Mutombo walking around, boy.
Hey, stop playing, man.
Hey, look,
Mutombo.
I heard that.
He don't discriminate.
That's crazy.
I promise.
Mount Mutombo.
Hey, Mount Mutombo like a little snow on the top, but he still love the chocolate though. He don't discriminate. Shout out to Dikembe, man.
Hey man, let me tell you, man.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't mad.
No.
Hey, look, I wasn't mad at him. I just thought it was funny, man. That's all right.
But no lie, my favorite Hawks player all time, because I grew up like It's Mookie Blaylock. That was my guy. Love
What?
Dominique.
Oh,
and
hell no, bro.
No.
You can't diss Neek like that, man.
I never did. Here's the thing. I love Dominique.
Mookie Blaylock. Mookie smoke a pound Blaylock before the game.
Blaylock was hold up. Blaylock was a thief. Say what you want, but Blaylock was a thief at
Man,
that spot.
Blaylock was high.
Hey, and he still bought. You say what the hell you want.
Say, hey, Gray said it worked.
It worked.
Hey, be rich. And here's the crazy part. My aunt actually went to Georgia back in the day. We had we had a guest from the past that played there, but she used to tutor Nick when he was at Georgia. He was an English major. So
I'm gonna tell y'all a story, man. I took Dominique Wilkins' sister April Wilkins to my 11th grade prom, and Dominique chauffeured us there. I was the man in high school, man. What you talking about? Dominique Wilkins chauffeured me to the prom in the height of the Hawks. What? Light skinned Farrakhan was balling in the 11th grade.
Hey, see, this what happened when we start letting y'all light skin joke. This what happened when we start letting y'all light skin brothers take over the chocolate city, bro. See,
The light skin Farrakhan.
we done started something.
Hey, he snapped with that one.
Hey, he snapped with that one. I can't even be mad at you, dog, about that one. Hey, I got to tip my cap to you, bro. But let's get to it. Speaking of hometown boys, we got to talk about AJ Terrell, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
AJ Terrell is going to be in the market for a new contract after this year. And the crazy part about it is, now, Auntie, don't be telling everybody secret. Now, you knew them boys when they was back in Georgia. Man. Don't tell them secret now. She was a cheerleader in the track star at Georgia. So she know them cats when they was there back in the day. So
Yeah, man.
But no, I'm just joking. But AJ's coming up on a contract. Our fellow Bulldog Tyson Campbell just reset the market.
Yeah.
Our former Georgia Bulldog. Now, a lot of us have been saying AJ had one good year, and we all been saying, you know what? He does have a lot of fundamental things he does well. If you understand the position, he's fundamentally sound. The only thing we have issues with is interceptions, but when he matches up with a true number one receiver that's physical, whether it's his size or bigger, he has issues. And if you notice, he's one of the guys that get challenged all the time. Your boy Mike Evans, I mean, hell, I could name many, but all I can say is we were in a situation where we're on the fence right now with either paying him or we're going to let him walk next year. I want to ask you guys, how do you guys feel about AJ being in the spot where if he doesn't shine this year, are you willing to let him walk? Because I wanted TJ Tampa to be drafted this year. Everybody on this panel will tell you that. That was who I wanted to come and be the number 2 and possibly take over for AJ. But do you think if AJ doesn't perform this year, do you guys see him leaving?
Okay, let me ask you this right before that. When you say doesn't perform, like what do you mean? Like have a bad season or just not have
he has another mediocre year for him being the first round pick because Jeff Okudah outperformed him last year. The numbers don't lie. Everybody saw that till he got hurt.
So,
Bruh, Jeff Okudah shut it down till he hurt that damn foot. Everybody saw that. It was different, bro.
Okudah was hurt before the season started too.
and you know what? He came out there and he shut it down. That's something.
Yeah,
that's something that wasn't denied.
Yeah,
So,
when he was out
Man,
there,
I don't
when he
think
was out there,
AJ
when
Terrell
he was
had
playing
such a
good.
bad year like you're saying he had though.
Yeah, he ain't had a terrible year. The key thing is he just is not more. He need to be more active. Like I said, give more interceptions, get more turnovers and that. But like I said, this is a proven year for him. So I would wait all the way until the end of the season, and
That's
then
right,
decide
K-Dub.
if we're going to give you big time money, or we're going to let you walk in free agency, and then we can address it.
I'm calling a spade like this here.
Uh-oh.
If he don't ball out, and if he does not live up to that first round pick status from what we know, and he doesn't ball out this year, he got to go. Him, and he'll be right on the Greyhound with Richie Grant. Now, if he balls out, now here's my thing.
Hey, look.
Hold up. If he ball out, I'm
Why you
okay
keep-
with
why you
him
keep-
staying.
Why you keep
I'm
bringing
okay
Richie
with him
Grant?
staying
Richie
if he
Grant
balls
say
out.
he say he gonna have a Pro Bowl year, man. You keep talking about Richie Grant, man. I just want to
Hey,
you
you
just
know, hey,
heard
but
from
you
this
know
guy.
what? DeMarco
You ain't-
Hellams need to
you-
be starting. Say what you want, but Hellams should be the one starting at that strong safety spot. I'm sorry.
Why did I see somewhere that we was getting Keanu Neal? Is that true?
Lord Jesus, please don't let that happen.
You getting who?
What?
I heard
Keanu Neal?
yeah, I heard that he was coming back.
Man, what they bringing him back for? He ain't gonna do
I
nothing
just
but
heard
steal
that.
paychecks.
I heard that.
What a camp
Nah,
body?
Hey man, hey, stop hating on Neal. Neal was a big 2016
okay.
hitter for us.
Let's go with it.
You
This
know.
is what I've been waiting on. Let's go.
My,
I got
my.
somebody in here, and I got somebody. Let's go. It's go
My,
time.
But you just ain't you the one that just told us you was at the Philadelphia Eagle game and you saw him really take somebody's head off and you heard it and you was like, all right, he the real deal.
And I was pissed off that he got thrown out. But let's be real. After that season, we went to the Super Bowl. Let's talk about it.
But he got hurt.
Not even just that. Even
He
before
got
he
hurt.
got hurt. Before he got hurt, he got beat in coverage a lot because
Everybody get beat. Deion got beat before.
But the difference is he got beat 60% of the time. What are you talking about? Keanu Neal was awful. Okay, so
was not awful.
Okay, let's get it up like this. There are more missed
That's
tackles.
blasphemy, sir.
Okay, there are more missed tackles. Let's talk about it.
He had mixed tackles.
If you're gonna be a safety, you're the last line of defense, right?
Sometimes.
No. The safety position is designated for the
Man,
last.
what did he do, man? He did something.
Keanu Neal missed more tackles than he made.
He did something too,
Everybody
man.
just looked at the big hits, but let's talk about it. How many times did you see him get
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what
flip
it
the
is.
game.
I get it now. I get it. I get
tell
it.
you like this.
How you feel about Kyle Pitts?
Oh,
How
he
you really feel?
hate Kyle Pitts.
How you really? Oh, okay.
Look,
So there it's coming together.
Hold up. No. We gonna stay on this for a second.
Right, it's coming together.
I got this cat by the tail. You ain't changing the narrative. I control that. I got this.
Hey man, Keanu Neal is all right in my book. If he would have never got hurt, he'd still be playing for the Falcons.
And again, he also cost us a playoff game with them butterfingers of his. With a pick.
I give you that.
Ryan. Well, hold on, Ryan. I will say this. Like, it wasn't Butterfingers. The man jumped up and literally hit the ball with his knee. His hands.
It was still in his hands.
His hands.
It was in his hands.
Now go look. The man. It came down.
It came down. He made a body catch.
The man
again, a body catch. And where did it land? Where did it land first? His hands.
It came down and he hit it with his knee. That's why.
Again, he did. And here's the thing. As a fundamentally sound player, and you're at the hold up as a defensive back, because even Prime teaches this to his guys, and every great DB tells you attack the football at the highest point. That's what you do. And guess what? He did not attack the football at the highest point. Let's keep it real. His fundamentals were horrible. Dog, why you think he didn't have that many picks that started like that?
But Keanu,
see, look.
He going there.
He won trash. Hey Trey, Keanu Neal.
Hey,
Keanu Neal was in some Gucci flip flops doing something he ain't like, bro.
Hey, let's keep it real. Keanu Neal has been passed around more times than a blunt and a Snoop Dogg party. Let's just keep it real, dog.
Ooh, wow. Why so harsh?
Hey, look though, Ryan. I'm gonna be honest. Hey, I'm like for real. I do not feel like Keanu Neal was horrible by any stretch of the imagination. I don't feel like he was horrible. Now, do I feel like Keanu Neal could have been more fundamentally sound? Yeah, but do I think he was horrible? No, I do not think he was horrible. I do feel like he brought the physicality to the defense in 2016 and was really cracking some heads. And I feel like the injuries really changed up his game, man. I really do. I feel like Keanu Neal was a good player. I mean, the man did make a Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? We can't I do not feel like people just slipped into the Pro Bowl by accident. You know what I'm saying? Because please.
Thank you, Trey.
Thank you. They do, because God let me slip into a Pro Bowl so I can ask for $1 billion.
Hey, hold up. We needed him to slip and knock that ball out of Edelman's hand. That's what we needed him to slip and do.
Yeah, you're right.
I agree with that.
But listen,
I ain't gonna stay on it too long. Yes,
I do want to say one thing. I'm an Albany State Round. What up, Nathan Smith? What up, Round? So that's where the Round come from. I'm a Round, true heart.
Okay.
Albany State Georgia.
Hey. Much love to y'all boys, but you know what it is. It's about them Southern Jags. You know what's happening. Support to the HBCUs out here, all HBCUs, even them damn Grambling Tigers. I look at them like I look at the Florida Gators. Ugh.
You can't
I'm a
stand
Southern guy. That's a rivalry right
Hey,
there.
that's what it is, Trey. He don't like Pitts. He don't like Neil because of the Florida Gator, man.
Right.
He don't
Here's
like
my
that.
problem. No,
Now,
here's
that's the real deal coming out. Cause I ain't never met a Falcon fan, Ryan. I ain't never met a Falcon fan that said Keenan Neal was trash.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Gators get no love, man.
Again, here's my thing. Now, my aunt, the only reason you supporting him is because of what he did in the community, which I do respect. Shout out to Kyle Pitts for helping those displaced people that are off of Fairburn Road.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out to Kyle Pitts, man. That's one thing that we're gonna always salute is humanitarian acts of decency in this world, because there's not many out there. I will always respect that, and I will always give somebody their flowers for doing the right thing for their community. Now, again, we got a chance now. Pitts is healthy. Let's see what we're gonna get and how they're gonna use it. Because at the end of the day, when he had Matt Ryan on a decline or whatnot, he did have a great year. I will definitely say that he had a great year.
I got quarterbacks now, man. I got my swag.
I know how we can use them. I know how we can use them. How about the red gun? How about that?
That's what we should have been using him in the first place. Him and John
Mismatch. How about 50-50 ball?
But
so here's the question. Why did we get rid of John? Here's my question. I know we were unloading cap space, but John Smith was literally producing.
We should have never got rid of him.
Yeah.
We should have never got rid of him. We should have never got rid of him.
Hey, let's keep it real. I don't want no. You ain't finna hide from this. You gonna get this work. You gonna get this
K-Dub, I was like last year. I had drafted Kyle Pitts as my fantasy tight end, and I'm watching the game, and I'm like, who is this Joker? This Joker super fast, catching all the balls and scoring all the touchdowns. Where did he come from? That dude really produced last year, man.
But be real. Let's be real though. At that tight end position, now I'm gonna say this. I really believe if we would have kept Jonnu Smith here, I believe he would have opened it up a little bit more now. Pitts, and Pitts would have been able to produce. I've already said this, and I've said this in other podcasts. Yeah, I speak the truth. I say what I say. But my thing is, I want the man to produce. You're a first round pick, just like AJ. You have to produce at that level. There's no.
You know what, Ryan? I think he was hurt last year, Ryan. I think he was not all the way together. It was in plays where he looked like he was lofting on the field. He was like, what? He just wasn't really. But
Rich, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that just threw me off about Austin Smith. When he put that stupid behind play on the goal line, the jet sweep, and he had Kyle Pitts, your number 1 overall draft pick, fourth, doing the lead block for Jonnu Smith. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done.
That was my thing, because we both talked about that, because we're like, yo, you got 2 guys that's over 6'2", 6'3", that's both of them around 240, 245, and they can jump out of the gym. Both of them can. Yeah. We had no way that we didn't use them. Now, we got Charlie Warner from the San Francisco 49ers. Us Bulldog fans are ecstatic that we finally got a dog here that we know that's going to produce. He will block. He will play special teams.
But
at the same time, but he's got good hands too. That's the other thing. He wasn't going to get no burn over Kittle. We know that Kittle is a different animal.
God,
that was that. He's a different animal.
God.
So, now you have somebody that can also open it up too.
Warner in, though. I like bringing Warner in over who we had last year.
No, I like Jonnu.
Over Jonnu. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying that's my opinion. I like having a dog in here. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm never gonna argue having a dog in here because that's a Kirby Smart product. So you know
this is an opinionated show.
And physically tough.
Jonnu can kick rock. Yeah. I like
man, you wanted freaking Brock Bowers.
Yeah, I did want Brock Bowers.
Because you ain't say a damn thing about one until tonight.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know it's funny.
No, what I'm
you know it's funny, but before the draft,
we got to talking about Jonnu Smith and then who we brought in. Of course, I mean if we're asking between those two players, with the cat that
you watched at Georgia for 3-4 years. Of course,
K-Dub, I was kind of shouting that out before the draft too. I was talking about what if we get old boy, you know.
No, we wasn't
Like
gonna do
who
that.
you got? You
I
got
would have been happy.
you got Brock Bowers or Mike or Kyle Pitts. Who you got?
Oh, I'm
Know what I'm
taking
saying?
Brock
He's
Kyle
Bowers
Pitts is
all day.
more
Brock
Kyle
Bowers.
Pitts is more of a receiver anyway, so I could
Yeah.
just kick him to the receiver.
No,
And
give me
then
But I
Brock
would have been
Bowers
Bowers.
be
fine
my
with Bowers
traditional
coming in
tight
because
end.
we also know he gonna block. That's
Give me
the other
Brock.
thing.
Give
That's
me,
a good
give me
That
Steve
didn't
Rogers.
happen.
Give
Who
me
It was-
who
it
gonna
was-
have a better NFL
Why
career?
you-
Brock
why you
Bowers
shaking your head,
or
Trey?
Kyle Pitts? Trey,
Well,
Honestly,
Trey, why you shaking
we
your
had
head?
this argument. We had this argument before.
I'll say this right
Speak
now.
on it, Trey. Speak on it.
Uh-oh. Trey got that look. Let me sit back. Go ahead, Trey.
Nah, man, I'm just like,
Oh,
I'm just
go
sitting
ahead.
there
You ain't gonna
laughing,
get quiet on
man.
this one.
Listen,
No.
man. Listen, I'm just laughing because I love the dogs too, right? I do, but we don't need to just throw dogs on the team just because they the dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like the dogs got to make sense. So if you ask me who would I rather have, Warner or John Smith, man, give me John Smith. John Smith was a playmaker. He was a playmaker for years when he was in
agreed.
Tennessee. He got lost somewhere with the Patriots. They had to put him in the witness protection program. Arthur Smith brought him down to Atlanta, and they saw who he was again, and then you get rid of him. So, yeah, Charlie Warner, yeah, you were a dog. You can roof somewhere else and go dogs. I love the dogs. But I would
Come on
rather
now.
have John Smith. And no, K-Dub, hey, man, I'm just not mean you. But no, we did not need Brock Bowers, man.
Yes, we did. Yes, we
We
did.
did not.
I mean,
Check this out.
like I
Check this
said,
out.
you know,
Check
that's
this
a
out.
pipe dream.
What?
I know it was a pipe dream.
Hey, Kato, I was hoping we trade back and get him.
Hold up, B Rich, because I
Yeah,
don't
I
know,
know,
man.
I know it was a pipe dream. Hey, look,
Man,
Trey,
man,
at
man,
least
I'm
I can
talking
say, at least I can admit it was a pipe dream. But they did
My-
go
me
the
too.
right- The
Of
real
course.
person I wanted to take, they
Well.
took the guy that I wanted to take.
So what you trying to say, Trey? What's up with Brock?
Man,
Yeah, what's
listen,
up with Brock?
listen, it's nothing up with Brock Bowers. I think he's going to be a phenomenal NFL player, but at the same time, we can't just be out here putting players and putting teams on franchise mode, building players, and just think that we just
Oh,
go
dog.
just fit. Hold on, man.
Trey.
Hey, for one,
Trey.
B Rich, I don't know
Trey,
what's going
no,
on.
Trey, I gotta
you
stop.
keep, hold on, Ryan. Please, let me say this. B Rich, you over there peeking. I'm talking about your mic just going crazy. Man, it's too hot, man. Turn it down. You keep talking into the mic. I'm talking. I don't know what's happening, man. You're talking into the mic like you're an alcoholic talking to a bottle of wine. Please,
I'm clipping.
Yes, man. You are so loud every time you talk, man. My ear about to explode. You know what I'm saying? Like, please, I don't have no warranties on this here AirPod. All right. I bought this
Well,
thing.
take them off.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have no
Take 'em
warranty.
off. Take 'em off.
If this thing explodes, I can't take it back to the store. So look, let me say this, Ryan, and then I'm gonna let you go ahead.
He got him at the barbershop, y'all. For the
I'm gonna let you
dude.
go ahead. You're right, I did. I got him at the Chevron. Got him at the Chevron. And then,
Hey man, you want some of these apple buds?
And then I stopped next door and got me some lemon pepper wet wings on behalf of
Dookie pepper wings.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
Lord.
so
You got the,
look.
don't you got the Yang Crawl wings, bro?
Hey, so look. I love Brock Bowers, and I think he's gonna be a phenomenal player. But I just feel like everybody else who complained about the Penix pick, I got it. We had to address other areas. You can't just sit up. That would have been what? That would have been what? 4 years in a row that you just spend on just pass catchers and runners. I mean, we still went offense this year with Penix, but at least you got a quarterback for the future. Brock Bowers would have been 4 years for pass catchers. And
No, we did right.
I mean, at the end of the day, we did right. But before we got Penix, man, like I was hoping we would trade back, get Browers, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, if we
I'd have been like, man, we would have.
We
Yeah.
didn't need
I'm
him.
gonna give you this, dog.
That's what I had.
Go
to
ahead,
do.
Ryan.
Trade back.
Trey,
I had to
Hey,
take
dog,
it.
hold on. Let me pass this to Trey real quick. So Trey, now you just
What's up?
said this or whatnot. I'm gonna give you this. The difference what makes Brock Bowers very different from any tight end that has come through. You look at it from the speed, you look at the hands, you look at the way he's able to run routes. He's a damn good route runner. That's something you can't coach. And then when you talk about it, he does not mind getting his nose in there and getting dirty. Let's keep this a buck. Pitts wouldn't block a wet paper bag if it was in front of him. That's not his thing. He didn't even do that at Florida like that. And he didn't do it since he's been here. Let's just be real. And when you talk about the offense, wait a minute. You talk about the offense we run. You have Tyler Algier, you have Bijan Robinson. You have to have a tight end that's willing to get their nose in there and get dirty. That's one of the reasons why they brought Charlie Warner in. because
That makes
Charlie
sense.
was a hell of a blocker for DeAndre Swift and Elijah Holyfield at Georgia, and he
True.
can go get the ball. You don't get, here's the thing, Trey. You don't get two Mackey Awards in a row for nothing. That's one of the greatest tight ends that ever played the game, Mr. John Mackey. Rest in peace. You don't get that man's award for nothing, and he got it twice. So
Okay.
apparently, the thing he's gonna have, and I'll say this so we can get to the next topic. Bowers has to have a quarterback to throw to him, because the Raiders aren't gonna do anything right now without that. They have a good offensive line. They have a great running game. Now they have a tight end, and they got Devontae Adams out there. They need a quarterback. If they get a quarterback to throw, that offense will be lethal, because now not only do you have to worry about Devontae Adams being a problem, you still got Zamir Zeus in the backfield who can catch and he runs hard, and then you got Bowers on the outside. So
I like that. See, look, this is the thing. I love Brock Bowers. I just don't think the Falcons need to spend another pick on a skill player. And I don't even know why we wasting time talking about Brock Bowers.
We should hold up.
Falcon. Brock Bowers not gonna
hey, because it was a pipe dream. That wait a minute.
And guess what though?
That's why I said
guess what though, Ryan? Yes, Brock Bowers can block a little bit.
That was
but
a pipe
I promise
dream,
you,
no.
No, he can block.
But look though, you won't be seeing Brock Bowers out there doing a whole bunch of blocking in the NFL.
Nah, not with the Raiders now. Hold up. Not with the Raiders. Not with the Raiders now.
Nope. He won't be doing a whole bunch of that. So shout out to you, Brock Bowers, but peace.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
So here's the question. So we got Tyler Algier. Is he a forgotten man now with Bijan Robinson getting all the hype, first round pick? They're talking about the potential that he has to be able to be that guy. But let's keep it a buck. Tyler Algier, break William Andrews, the legendary William Andrews' record, sharing carries with three other backs.
That guy behind
with three other running backs, and he can catch the ball coming out of the backfield. Bijan is a bigger version of Marshall Faulk. I will say that, because he'll make you miss. He can do his thing on the outside. But when you talk about running between the tackles and beating guys down and being able to get those yards and fall forward, that's Algier. He's been carrying the mantle for the past couple of years.
Please let me step in here, man, because I made a video about this. Yes, they forgot about Tyler Algier. And I said this, Coach Morris. Hey, Coach Morris, I don't know if you're on here live. You're probably not. But if you catch the replay by some chance, please, sir, let Tyler Algier get his share of carries. Sir, it's going to help you. It's going to help your offense. It's going to help the team. He brings the physicality. And I'm telling you, Coach Morris, I'm telling you right now, if you forget about Tyler Algier, you're just going to become a black Arthur Smith, sir. You will be a black Arthur Smith, and they will have you behind up out of the city of Atlanta. And you do not have a FedEx father to fall back on, and you will not get another head coaching job. So you better put all your players that can play in position to score. Now I'm not saying that Raheem Morris won't.
Break out the Oregon, Glenn.
Because look, we don't know what his plans are for Tyler Algier. All we can go off of is what the past coaching regime did. But I believe if Raheem Morris is smart, if Zach Robinson is a smart offensive coordinator, he will find touches for Tyler Algier. Please don't forget about him completely. Let the man play.
Hey, you know something that I can't get used to? I like that organ. Yeah.
Hey, this is what happens when you bring traveling evangelists in the house. We got the light-skinned Minister Farrakhan B. Rich in the building. And we got Mr. Trey Sharpton in the building.
Oh, Lord.
We got
Sharpton in the building. Hey, he losing weight too, bro. Hey, but listen, you know what I can't get used to, y'all. You say Tyler he broke some records. But man, I am not used to this 17-game season, man. We got to go back to the 16-game season, man. Like,
about to be 18.
We're talking about trying to get 18 now.
What?
About to be 18.
Oh,
it's about to be 18.
I don't like that, because like the records ain't fair. You're breaking records. It's not fair, man.
Hold on now, and I'm sure Ryan is like this. So this to me, I might be wrong, but this seems like Ryan's type of question, right? Because Ryan is the historian. You can't complain about them breaking some kind of records when the games used to be what
14
games,
12,
and
so it started off with 12 games first, then it moved to 14 games, and then it moved to 16 games, and then 17.
So to that, with everything that Ryan just laid out, everything that the guys just laid out. We can't complain if they do put all we can do is hope, I mean, they playing a tough sport. So we just hope that the teams and the product on the field stays good. But we can't
here's the
complain about
problem,
records
Trey.
because records
Look what
got
the
broke
NBA just
once they
did.
moved from
Trey.
14.
But the problem is this: when you talk about trying to add an extra game, they're trying to do it because of money. But here's my thing:
Of course
when
they
you
are.
look at the injuries that have piled up, you look at the there's no longevity anymore. And let's be real, you're adding extra games that are unnecessary at this point.
Yes, you are.
You need to just keep it at 17 because
They don't
at
care.
one point it was fine
Yeah.
before. But let's keep it real. I don't think anybody, and as much it might happen one day, but we might be dead and gone when it happened, when it's flag football. But I don't think anybody's going to break the 72 Dolphins record. Shout out to Mr. Larry Little that came on the Birdcage on the perch, Hall of Fame offensive guard that came in here and talked about that 72 Dolphins team where he played on. And he said up front, we had preseason games that he said we never lost a preseason game that year. And we went 17-0. So when you look at that, that's almost 20 games. That's 20 games in itself right there back in those days. And the game was more physical back in the day, and the rule book was thinner. So at this point, when we see what we have with CTE, we see all the injuries. Let's be real. We've seen more knee injuries and Achilles injuries since the game has changed the surface.
Fact.
We've seen it. It wasn't
Fact.
a ton of knee injuries when it was played on regular grass back in the day. It wasn't. You might have had broken bones and different things, but you didn't have a ton of ligaments and knee tears. Gail Sayers just happened to get caught, unfortunately. Rest in peace.
Oh God.
But
Yeah,
all I'm saying is it's more dangerous now with the playing surfaces, and they've had players complaining about it. So if you add an extra game and they have to play on that surface, you risk losing more players.
I mean, the game is going to change due to the fact that it's all about the money now. Man, just look at college. College is about to play over 20 games this week, and that's something that I never thought it was going to happen. You talking about, college game they're going to be going to playoff games now, which is unheard of right now. Now you're looking at the NFL reaching out to 18 games, which is going to happen. It ain't going to happen.
Man.
It's going to happen. We playing the game. We
We
playing in the game
don't
in
play the
Brazil.
game if you don't want to get hurt.
We're playing the game. We're playing the game in Brazil. For God's
But
sake.
it's not about even getting hurt. It comes to a limit of, all right, you got to start looking out for these guys health-wise because the NFL don't want lawsuits anyway. The NFL is all about trying to keep that money in their back pocket. They tight as a miser when it comes to giving up money.
No,
and
I
when you look
understand
back, what I'm saying is this: keep it at 17. There's no need to push it because now you're putting guys in a different realm because you're trying to squeeze an extra dollar. The NFLPA needs to step up to have a meeting to not let this pass. It's where there's smoke, there's fire.
Well,
So
if they subtract, the preseason games and just add on a regular season games, I think he's still playing the same amount of football. So if
18,
they can,
okay.
if they
Think
can
about it,
maneuver
bro.
like that,
You got 8. Think about it. You have 18 regular season games, and we got to move on to the last topic. You got 18 regular season games. Then you have 3 preseason games. That's 21 games right there. Now you're not talking about the playoffs. God forbid you got to be a wild card team. You're gonna have to play the wild card game, the
You almost gonna play
divisional,
25
NFC,
games.
NFC or AFC championship game, and the Super Bowl. So if you add those games, that's 25 games right there.
what I'm saying is you subtract a preseason game and make it just.
We
you're
might well
gonna
don't
have
even
your
have a
18 regular.
preseason.
You
then.
might as well not even have a
Well,
preseason, man.
cut the preseason out then. If you want to have 18 games, that's fine. I'm just
It ain't
saying,
gonna
but they
happen
could be
because
It's
it's all
not
about
gonna
money.
happen.
That's all about money.
Because you need rep and money.
Exactly.
You get a lot of reps where we can start doing more inter squad practices where you get more reps doing those inter squad practices where you have more inter squad. They can make adjustments to where they can do this, man.
The NFL's not gonna get money off that. They're gonna get more money off of preseason games because the fans buying beer, food, concession, and spending money on tickets and all kinds of
And it's
merchandise.
televised.
Okay, well
Exactly.
you got one
And they televising. You right.
and you got one preseason game. Whatever.
What-
So-
Breaking it up.
So let's break this up
It
right
can't
here.
happen. I'm
Lastly,
just saying, you just saying it can't happen, just like all the other
no,
rules.
we never said it can't happen. We said it don't need to happen. That's what I said. I never said it can't because where there's smoke, there's
but
fire.
apparently they're talking about it, so it looks like it's gonna happen. That's what it looks like.
It depends on how that goes or whatnot. That's why you got your union. But We ain't gonna get into that because that'll be a whole nother episode. So, what player takes a huge jump in year 2, ladies and gentlemen?
I say Bijan Robinson, man. I believe he gonna take a step. I want to see him do 1,000.
Wow. Wow.
So in other words, you getting ready to give up Algiers carries to get that. So
nah, not really. Catching 1,000. Tyler can still run the ball.
But again, if he get 1,000 yards
with 17 games, man, with 17 games, it ain't gonna be hard.
I don't know. Depends on how we run the offense. We'll see. What you got, Trey?
Well, since he already said Bijan, I feel like Bijan is like the obvious choice that we all could pick. I think a player that I ain't hating on you. I just said it was obvious. I ain't hating on you. I ain't hating on you, Farrakhan. Farrakhan just a little bit darker than you in real life anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you really
Rich Farrakhan. That's what we call him. Rich Farrakhan.
Rich Farrakhan.
You don't have them waves like Farrakhan, man. You don't have them waves like Farrakhan. But look,
that good baby hair.
So since he already said Bijan, another player that we need to take a big jump this year. At least I feel we need to take a big jump. Zach Harrison. You
stole mine. You rotten motorcycle.
You dirty mofo.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Can I do it for you? How Esther said on Sanford and Son, watch it, sucker. You fish-eyed fool. You stole mine.
You fish-eyed fool.
I like that. Zach Harrison. I like it.
You can tell Ryan's uncles and aunties raised him.
For me, man, I'm gonna go with Troy Anakin. I think Troy Anakin is gonna prove some people wrong, and I think he's gonna have a solid 2024, 2025. Going with Troy.
What player I think gonna take a huge jump, in year 2. He did steal Zach Harrison. I'm just go ahead and go with Matthew Bergeron, man. He gonna make an even step, maybe make a Pro Bowl. Let's go.
Hey, he a beast. He a beast, K-Dub. He a beast.
We got some from that Canadian border, boy. Love that boy that blocking on the line.
Boy,
that was a good draft pick.
You know what? We gotta call. You know what? We gonna call him the Canadian lumberjack. He is from Canada, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
We're gonna call him the Mountie.
Hey, man, we calling him Bergeron and lumberjack.
Hey, Ryan, they was talking about him in training camp last year. He was really showing off. Who gonna be that person this year?
Yeah, who gonna be that person this year? That's a good
question.
Well, I'm gonna answer that after I answer this question right here. So I'm gonna say my guy that's gonna make the jump in year 2. I gotta go with the guy I've been talking about the whole time that should take Richie Grant's spot, DeMarco Hellens. You can't keep him off the field. That is a guy that was a 7th round pick. And I'm gonna give you this. We had one of the legendary hitmen on our show with Doug Plank, who, the 46 defense was named after. Y'all check out that interview. He was a monster at that safety spot and did not mind knocking your jockstrap loose.
No,
DeMarco Hellens has the makeup of an old school player because he was he was groomed by Saban. Saban has a ton of safeties that are in the league that have a mean streak, and they're pretty much like junkyard dogs. It's the truth. They get picked on, they get beat on, and they have a nasty streak. Hellens is a guy that came in that started in the preseason and was making plays from day one and was knocking folks out like a veteran. So I got to go DeMarco Hellens. So
all right.
I also think Draco gonna have 1,000 yards this year.
All right, I like that.
All right. So now go ahead and ask your question again, Rich. Now you were asking who do you think is going to make an impact this year, right?
Nah, who's going to be the talk of camp as Bergeron was this year? Because he was really showing out in camp last year.
I'm gonna say Ruka Roro.
Hey, something about that name, man.
We gonna
roll your boat.
Hey, and then what I like is they say he didn't get a late. He got a late start to playing football. So he's gonna
be the dominant.
Hey, out of all these defensive linemen we got, one of them better pan up. One of them better be a Pro Bowler.
You say Trice?
Trice. Yeah, I like that pick. Trice or Roro. I like that pick too. Because I feel like we got a gym. Everybody talking about, oh, we got to go get Dallas Turner. We got to go
I'm
get him. We might have got the best pass rusher in the draft. But we got him at. We got to let.
Dallas Turner is a one-trick pony. I don't
But
give a
what I'm
damn what
saying
you
is,
say.
what I'm saying
Don't
is,
worry about it. He's in Minnesota right
what
now.
I'm trying to get
And he
at
ain't even
is,
signed a contract yet.
there were other defensive ends taken before Trice. He may end up being the best defensive end in the draft. It's
I
not
like
about
Hart
where
Flip.
you go. It's
I
when.
like Hart
It
Flip.
ain't, hey, look, it ain't about when you go. It's where you go. He might have went
I
to
got
the
one
right
for you.
situation.
I got one for you. And I got to be a homer on this one. It's just what it is. But I feel like if he makes the squad, he makes the practice squad. I really see my guy Isaiah Wooden Sr. being a guy that's going to be a problem. Either him or it's going to be Odu Hilaire. And I've been high on these guys. I said something before we even picked them up. You can go back and look at my draft specials because, again, I promote HBCUs heavy on this show. Odu Hilaire was the dude who torched Jackson State with Prime. When Coach Prime was there, he torched that whole defense by himself, goes to Bowling Green and becomes one of their top receivers and comes to Atlanta undrafted, 4.3 40, hands like glue, and literally like Steve Smith. Now, I showed everybody footage on Isaiah Wooden Sr. That's another one. Small, compact, you can't get your hands on him. He will remind you of Taylor Gabriel, but the difference is he's a little bit more physical than Gabriel.
Who was the other guy you said that torched Jackson State? What was his name?
Odu Hilaire. He started off at Alabama A&M first, and he played with Akil Glass, who I said that we should have brought in as an undrafted free agent.
Yeah, you get that.
So again, most of the guys that I've talked about from the HBCU levels that have come in have definitely made teams and they've been playing. Most of the guys that I pointed out. So again, I gotta show love to a HBCU cat because we all passing up on him, but he's definitely better than some of the guys that we brought in that we're hoping that's gonna pan out that had injury issues or just couldn't get on the field. So I gotta go with a HBCU guy.
I like it. I like it.
Hey, I'm gonna be looking out for him. I'm gonna
I'm
be
gonna
looking
look out for him too, man. Appreciate you bringing them up. I didn't know about him.
Yeah, we
Hey,
know about it.
do we still got
We know
Dahlman
about
as
it.
our center?
Say again?
Do we still got Dahlman as our center?
Yeah. Dahlman's
You know
gonna
damn well dog in the center.
Hey man, look.
Put out there.
Well, apparently Raheem Morris is impressed with him because he's definitely
Yeah.
talking well about him right now. So let's see
Yeah.
what he does in this offense. Because remember what Lincoln Kennedy said when he came here. When he got drafted, the run and shoot offense did not fit what he did with his game. He didn't fit the system.
Right.
So
right.
maybe this system here he might fit. So
Yeah.
without
I mean,
further
like I said,
ado,
we have a good offensive line. We don't think highly of it, but when you got the experts picking us at least win 11 games this year, we have to have a decent offensive line to get 11 wins, man.
so we kept the guys 15 minutes a little late. I apologize about that. But before we let you guys wrap it up, you know I gotta ask you to do it for us, Trey. You gotta hit the 28-3 rap that just made Mike Florio just pitched. You gotta hit it for us one time, bro.
Man, I wasn't expecting that.
I'm sorry, I put you on the spot. My
Hey,
bad.
man. Hey, man.
Good, man.
Hey, let's do it, Trey.
Yeah, man, it's all good. It's when the birds fly high and the ship set out to sea, there was a falcon flying high, winning 28-3, running up and down the field, moving swift and moving fast. And for 3 whole quarters, Patriots fans knew we was all on their ass. Tom Brady was looking foolish. Bill Belichick was stuck. And every time the Falcons scored, we'd play nut if you buck. We were drinking margaritas, and my wife was blowing a kiss. And all I could think was, oh, man, we about to finally win this shit. Then all of a sudden, everything went flat. It's like my Falcon got shut out the sky and went splat, splat, splat. And as they scored the winning touchdown, I couldn't even take no more. So I told everybody at our house for the Super Bowl party, get the hell out of my front door. I'm mad and I'm sick, and I can't take it, man. But that's exactly what happens when you decide to be a damn
Falcons fan. Hey. Hey, man, we broke the curse this year, though.
You know what? That was tight work. Now,
was good.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Your cadence was amazing, bro. But you know, it sounds familiar. You did the damn thing on that. I'm gonna go back. I had a inkling. You might be the Atlanta Dolomite, bro. You made me think of Dolomite when you said it.
Way down Jumbo Deep.
The
Wait.
badass line stepped on the signified monkey.
Monkey feet.
feet.
Dolomite, my man.
Hey man, trade that man,
Shout out
bro.
to you, man. Hey,
Rest in
listen,
peace,
we
Rudy Ray
broke-
Moore, man.
Hey, shout out to Rudy Ray Moore, man. We broke
Yeah,
it
man.
down a curse to all my Falcon fans. If your heart truly hurts, let's please band together and break this Atlanta sports curse.
Curse.
Loose my Hawks,
Hey.
sports devil. Loose my dirty bird. I'm tired of the constant losing. The embarrassment is quite absurd. You sent Michael Vick to prison, then gave us 28-3. Traded Dominique for Danny Manning. Are you freaking kidding me?
Kidding me?
The Braves won a couple rings, but the Hawks and Falcons ain't won a thing. We even had to witness them dirty, filthy, nasty, stinking Saints win them a ring. Why must I feel this anguish? How long must I feel this hurt? My partner said it's because the city stopped Freaknik and Arthur Blank stole them old folks' church. So
Yeah, man.
Atlanta,
We stole them
you
old
rep
folks'
this
church.
Georgia dirt. Let's please put our prayers together. Break this Atlanta sports curse.
Hey, it's done. It's done. It's done. If I
Hey.
win,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have been
man.
into
For
the
real.
sanctuary of the party line. We had Minister B. Rich Farrakhan in the building, and we
Well-
had Trey Sharpton to wrap it up.
Well,
Right now, you got the cricket Jesse Jackson that's up in here. I'll say this: I am somebody. We are gonna let these brothers go ahead and tell you whether you can find them in the city of Atlanta, Georgia, or you can find them.
why you sound like him though?
All I'm saying is this here: the Falcons will get down.
Hey,
We're gonna go ahead
hey,
and the boys with the gold helmets right to the ground.
hey.
All I can see is a Falcons flag waving for the NFC championship game.
Now we just gotta start
And we're
dancing.
gonna end it off with a Super Bowl ring. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. Rest in peace, Dr. King. From your boy, the cricket Jesse Jackson.
Now you got the look. The church going wild. Everybody dancing, doing flips like the Blues Brothers. Let go.
And we are gonna pass around the Birdcage collection plate for y'all as we end this service, because we got some doorknobs in the new church building fund that we are having around here. We got some things coming up for y'all. Y'all stay tuned for that. But go ahead and tell the people where they
Put the
can
money right
find you.
there. Put
And
the
go
money
ahead and
right
tip some money in that cap. So tell them where they can find you at, fam.
That's it right there. That's it.
Hey, so look for everybody out there, man. As you get
That Falcon Holy
as you
Ghost.
get your praise dance on. There goes my act right there. You can find me at Treyboy Play. But look, find our show, the Waterboyz Show, man. Find us on IG, find us on TikTok, find us on Facebook. That is the Waterboyz Show, boys with the Z, TheWaterboyz show, because we do a show. It's just not a podcast. It's a show. So look us up, the Waterboyz Show, and that Broke the Atlanta Curse video should be dropping next week, man. We did an interview with home team Brandon Lee from down here on the radio 680 The Fan, and I did the Atlanta Sports Curse. So we're gonna be dropping that. Yeah, man. Follow us. Go ahead, be rich.
oh, definitely.
Hold on.
Go, be
How
rich.
I do it? Hold on. Right.
He trying. Man, you
Right.
all wrong. You all
Right
wrong.
there. There it is. Y'all follow me right there.
Right there.
Right there. Follow me right there. Hey, everything he said in a bag of Lay's potato chips, and we out.
Hey,
Yeah.
once again, man, Kato, Graybeard, man, the historian, as I know you as Ryan, man, thank you guys. The whole Birdcage, man.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if there's any more members of your team.
Oh, we got them in the back.
Yeah,
They in the back.
Hold on, Trey. You right.
Hold on, like,
Go ahead.
if they are, tell them I said thank you as
Yeah.
well. I truly appreciate it.
Let me say that too. Hey,
For real.
I'm so rude. Hey, you guys were nice, K-Dub. You got an excellent voice for this shit, man. I love your voice. Great beard,
Appreciate
man. The guy behind you, that's my favorite running back of all time. Ryan, man, thank you for having open arms for us, man, showing us love. We really appreciate it. Everybody has been showing us love. Shout out to Smitty, shout out to Berto, shout out to Mark, everybody, man. Thank y'all.
Oh,
And
thank
like
y'all,
I said,
man.
this ain't
Thank
gonna be
y'all,
the
man. This
last
was
time we
fun,
have
man.
y'all
This was-
on. So
man, I
understand,
enjoyed
we gotta
this.
come back.
I
we
on.
def-
enjoyed
hey,
Chemistry.
when I'm in the when I come back to the crib or whatnot, I gotta look y'all up, man. So I can definitely
Oh,
get
yeah, for sure,
get
man.
with y'all, man. Do a
Yeah.
Yeah,
little
do that,
something.
man. Do that, man.
We're
Hey,
going to have you on the show,
hey,
man. We're going to
hey,
have you
look,
do
hey,
it.
look, and as the season goes, man, I'm gonna be doing it. Well, I can't wait. I'm gonna wait for the Falcons and Saints game to play out, and then I'm gonna write a sports bar about that. That's what I call it. I call
Oh,
them sports bars, man.
I just say this.
I'm gonna do one about that.
Be on the lookout for a little something around that time, man. The Birdcage might be floating into the crib around that time.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
hey,
All right,
hey.
That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
The Birdcage
All
might
right,
be
look.
floating into the crib, so we got some stuff for everybody that's watching. So
Yeah.
once again, thank you, fellas, for coming on. Graybeard, K-Dub, we appreciate you. And we definitely appreciate the fans for coming in here because without you, we don't have it. So we want to say salute to you guys. We thank y'all for coming through. As we say again, you either get right or you get left. Check us out every Thursday at 8 p.m. Next week, we are going to be on Wednesday. We're not going to be on this Thursday. Got some traveling to do. Got some things going on that Thursday. So check us out Wednesday next week at 8 p.m. I'll have the reminders out for everybody. Normally we don't do it, but I'm going to do it on Wednesday or whatnot. Got some things I got to take care of. So check us out Wednesday, 8 p.m. next week. I have those reminders. You either get right or you get left. We love y'all. We out.